Hello and welcome to RTW3, playing as France, starting in 1890. Super large. We are in January 1989. We are still at war with Italy, but we have broken their fleet completely, and there is nothing they can do but wait for the end of the game. So let's jump in. So here we are, where we left off. Everything is in order. We are repairing some things. We have some holes in our ranks, but I don't think anything is important enough to warrant any changes. We have more money than we could ever hope for. Could apply damage control. Would not apply for a year. Because we can. There's nothing more to invade because Italy has no other holdings. So I'm gonna press turn. Postal raid. Can I actually muster anything to oppose me? They can. Okay. I'll take it. Press enemy airfields. We have lots of La Bombas. We are saving. Okay, there is only a light breeze and the pirate will thingy. Can pick up speed. No. How are we supposed to do? Sink. Oh. Not a shooting war necessarily. Ports. Unknown radar contact. Well, it didn't fire any missiles at us, so. Armed cruiser it does. Here comes the escorts. I have certainly learned a thing or two about the missile age, but again, I feel a transition from carriers to missiles. That is interesting because it prevents the game from devolving into just pure carrier spam. But it feels a little bit empty. Too few techs, too few events, no Cold War sense. So it's not 100%. It's transition, peak. Actual missile age feels kind of empty. The mine took light damage. Yes, of course. No, I don't want to play. It's surprising, but we gave it a shot. We tried. Seven months, the war will be over before action with lines, cruiser action, lines, convoy attack. We can do a convoy attack. On sea. Nah, let's decline. Is it now? Are they really raiding me so badly? Alien. Raid protection. Tap it. No. Another thing, turns take so long to process. Convoy attack. I get enough destroyers. We know. It's enemy airfield. A little bit scattered here. We're targeting radar. I think you forgot to bring guns to this fight. But where did the convoy go? Do we have any reports? No. Time to go home. Couldn't find the convoy, or rather, it's just a wreck. Oh, very far away. Oh. Sinking now. Ah ha ha, my sinking transport killed the convoy. Who killed the convoy? Ah, don't think you'll ever reach Sicily. My poor Bermuda. Is this one also burning? With 0% damage? No, that was the other one. Tricked myself. And now, Valletta. Took some damage, sank the convoy, slaughtered his forces. Almanac. Yeah, sub numbers are dwindling rapidly. Raid. isn't a lot of tactics. You can put it on manual and sort of guess which class of ship you're shooting at, as to not waste too many missiles on destroyers. But I mean, the destroyers are almost as big a threat as a light cruiser in terms of throw weight, so why not just flush your tubes and wipe out as many of them as you can? Oh, lost one destroyer. Did a lot of damage. Da, da, da. Benghazi, Libya. Same old. Yeah. Um. Booster action. Affected. Must accept. Locked in. Fire at will. Go, 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 go. Radar contact and another missile. No damage. One cruiser survived with heavy damage. Light cruisers 24 destroyed. Pretty meaningless. Now the British want to fight. Fastest battle ever. Yay. Ha ha ha. Classic fleet morale drop because of the actions of one captain. With stupid. Stupid even. Kind of funny how my two battle cruisers nothing but foreign station cruisers they try to intercept. And the final manta. Dun, dun. And with that, we have reached the end of the game. Full 100 years of naval warfare. Some parts perhaps more interesting than others, but was an epic run. I've never seen this before. This must be one I have retired by accident way back. Funny. Wow, we finally made it. 100 years of naval warfare. 105 episodes in. More than that, 109 it says. Is it really possible? That seems wrong. 107 maybe, I think. Yeah. But anyway, 100 years, more than 100 hours of play time, more than 100 episodes to get through this absolute beast of a game. And although the very ending, the last 20 years, in one sense, I do regret having played them because it wasn't all that fun. On the other hand, it was great to finally actually have done it, to have played until 1990. Now I got a sense for what the game has to offer, which is nothing much. So I will definitely be ending my games in 1970 or even before if I'm just playing for my benefit, I would say. I probably think around 19, if you're playing with full tech, then maybe 1955, 1960, that could be an interesting cutoff point. And it's all jets and a lot of missiles and a little bit of carrier. And yeah, you've sort of had all that the game has to offer. Indeed, I would say that a 50-year run from 1900 and until 1950, that could actually represent sort of the peak of the game. It's fun to play in with ironclads and pre-dreadnoughts, but gets kind of samey. Same with the missile part. So my favorite part, I would say, is from 1900 to 1950. So I learned something there. I will stop playing with reduced text speed. I think I could maybe consider 90% for sort of a little bit of a struggle there to keep up technologically. But nah, it doesn't really mesh too well with aircraft improvements and events and that sort of thing. The game feels like it is intended to be played at 100% tech. Land-based air, yeah, it matters, but I think when you play on super large, then maxing out the base size is the way to go, because 120 plane, that's one carrier basically of land-based air. Land-based air is limited in many ways, not least of which is cost. So you can make really deadly zones for land-based air in the Baltic and in the Med, and I guess in the Southeast Asia as well, although very rarely does this region see a lot of fighting. And the Caribbean, of course, yeah. Anywhere where it's sort of closed. And then North Sea, for that matter. Stacking up on Stavanger, Bergen, and being Germany, you can turn this into your little pond. Or you could do what I did in the Bay of Biscay. Very nice. Oh, yeah. I also think I may want to play with no randomness in tech. Always played on slight. I could never figure out what maximum randomness actually does for you, so I've never really played with that one. I've turned it on once or twice and sort of gone through a few turns and scratched my head and started a new game. But I've never actually played a long game with no tech variation, so I don't think I would be bored doing that. Maybe I should try that. Yeah. Is there anything else I want to say? I'm not sure how many actually watched through this entire thing. It was exhaustive. But I'm doing a new and rather different style of playthrough soon that will probably start publishing before you even see this one. And I think I want to do a Japan campaign. It's been a while since I played Japan, and I have been pretty negative about Japan as a playable nation because you are so isolated and because China and Russia are so weak compared to you, and the US can't really get to you, and same kind of applies for both France and even Great Britain. But on the other hand, it's kind of cute to just sit in your own corner and build and research and stretch your little tentacles across Asia Pacific here and just Japanese. Well, turn everything into a Japanese from basically the Indian Ocean to North. Well, not quite to North America, but all of these should be yours. And maybe beyond. I've played Japan where I seized Egypt to lock that off. That worked fine. Then in the end game, I actually invaded the Caribbean and provoked the war with the US, sort of a reverse World War thing. But then missiles happened and I got a very long time ago. But anyway, the main point here is that I want this playthrough to be somewhat slower paced, where I will spend more time talking about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and to the best of my ability explain some of the more hidden mechanics, stuff that's going on behind the scenes, so to speak, under the hood, and also some of more of my observations regarding what's smart to do and why it's smart, and in some cases even alternate approaches to what I'm doing. Because after playing, I'm by no means the ultimate expert here. I'm not saying that, but I've played for, it says 1200 hours on Steam now. It's probably not all active playing, but it's been a few runs, and I also have some hours in Ruler Waves too. So I think I have some interesting insights to offer. So yeah, I think it will be Japan. Otherwise, it would have to be sort of another France run just to prove that things can develop differently. Maybe play from the 1900. I think it would be Japan. But I will take, and inspired by Vicky, the famous Rule the Waves YouTuber, I will probably also include some slides and illustration to sort of better show what I'm doing and why I'm doing this. Because I talked more about what I was doing early on, but after that I kind of assumed that you could see inside my head. Probably isn't the right way to go about this. So maybe I could do something completely different, maybe at Japan 1900 to 1950 or 1960 with no tech variation. Maybe we could do super large plus. We'll see. But anyway, if you watched through all of this until the very end here, then you deserve some sort of prize. But I don't have anything to give, so thank you for watching and see you again